So now we go for talking about what now, students? Potential energy. Potential energy of system of charges. Potential energy of system of charges, especially we take for how many charges now? As of now, 2 charges. How many we take now? We take 2 charges. So we take how many now? As of now, we're going to take 2 charges. We're going to take for our convenience. Okay, so we know potential energy means what now? It is the amount of work done. See here, I'm saying potential energy means what type of potential energy it is? It is electrostatic potential energy. That you need to remember. It is what type of potential energy? Electrostatic potential energy. Okay, it is the amount of work done to bring an unit positive charge from where, students? From infinity to where? To a certain given point. And so we are going to assemble them. So to assemble the different kinds of charges or same kinds of charges with a different magnitude, how much work we should do, that we need to calculate. That work will be stored in the form of what now? Potential energy. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring an positive charge like Q1, say Q1, from where I'm going to bring? From infinity to where? To certain point here. To certain point, let's say this point is P. Okay, let's say this point P. Okay, this is at a distance of how much now? Let's say, which is at a distance of R from the origin of coordinate system. This is O, this is a distance, let's say R, R1, let's say, from the origin of coordinate system. So this is y-axis and this is x-axis. I'm going to bring what now? I'm going to bring Q1. Now my question is, whether we need to do any work to bring Q1, because whatever the potential energy we have taken here, this energy will be stored when we do the work against the electric field or against the electric field of any other charge. But as of now here, if you look at this, there is no electric field, external electric field, and there is no any other charge. So here electric field is equal to how much? 0. So this is, you can say now, absence of external electric field. Absence of E, or we say external electric field. Okay, now we are not going to do any work. So work done to bring Q1 is how much now? Work done to bring Q1 is 0. Yes, Roja, I'm writing on the screen.
Yes, sir. Now I can see.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So now, see here, whether we need to do any work against any electric field produced by any other charge or any other external electric field? No, right? Then the amount of work done, to bring what? Q1. From where we are going to bring, students? From infinity to where? To point P is how much? Let's say W1. That must be equal to how much? 0. Why 0? Because we are not doing any work against anything, right? Nothing we are doing, right? So that's the reason work done is how much? 0. Now what I'm going to do, students? I'm going to bring second charge. From where I'm going to bring? Again from infinity. To where? To a certain point, let's say here. R, which is at a distance of how much now? Which is at a distance of, let's say, R2. I'm going to bring what charge here? Q2. So now, whether I should do work or not? Of course, I must do the work. Against what then? Against the electric field produced by Q1 charge. Because both are positive kind, let's say for convenience. So they used to repel each other. So I need to do the work against the Q1, means against the electric field produced by Q1. So I must do work to bring what now? Second charge. Let's say the distance between the Q1 and the Q2, let's say R12. Let's say how much it is? R12, that is the distance between Q1 and Q2. Now tell me, what will be the work done? The amount of work done to bring Q2 from where? From infinity to where? To point R against to what? Against to the electric field of what now? Electric field of Q1. Electric field of what now? Electric field of Q1. So that will be how much now? We know from definition what is the formula for work done, or what is the formula for potential? It is the amount of work done per unit positive charge, right? Means which charge we are going to bring. If you send Q to this side, the work done will be what now? V times of Q, where V is a potential, where at R due to what? Due to Q1 charge. So I'm going to write here the amount of work done, let's say W2, that is equal to potential at R due to Q1 multiplied by which charge we are going to bring? We are going to bring second charge, right? That's a Q2. What's the formula for potential due to a point charge? V equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. So potential to Q1, right? It will become what, students, now? Potential due to Q1 is become 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 divided by distance. How much is there? Distance R12 multiplied by Q2 is there, no? This is, let's say, Q2. That is W2. So this we can write like this. What we can write like this? We can write in this way as 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q1 Q2 divided by R12, that is W2. So since we have taken how many charges now? 2 charges. So can we extend this one? Of course we can extend for how many? N number of charges. Now if you bring third charge, let's say to some point here Q3, let's say it is Z. Okay, to what point? Q3. Now to bring Q3, you should do the work against to what and what now? Against the electric field of Q1 and against the electric field of Q2. That you need to consider. Okay. Now I'm going to write total work done for 2 charges now. Then total work done. Total work done is how much now? W equal to W1 plus W2. So we already know W1 is how much, students? W1 is 0. So we need to have what now? W2 no. So we insert this value. So total work done become what now? W equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q1 Q2 divided by R12. So since whatever we are going to do the work now against the electric field of what now? The remaining charges will be stored in the form of what now? Potential energy. Hence I can take W equal to what now? W equal to U. So U means electrostatic potential energy, we indicate here with U. So I can say now U will be given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q1 Q2 divided by R12. So this is the formula for what now? Potential energy due to system of what now? 2 charges. Okay, so is it clear? So potential energy, what type of quantity? It is scalar quantity, that we know. Scalar quantity. So while taking in this formula, if you have negative charge, you should take negative charge. If you have positive charge, you should take positive charge. That is depending upon the sign of charge. Which sign is it to bring it? You need to take the consideration of the charge. Sign. Okay, it is for 2 charges. Now, for sir, what about if there are 3 charges are there? Now I'm going to show you in the next slide how we can remember and how we can write the formula for any number of charge when an electric field is zero, means it is external electric field, not the electric field by any charge. It is a completely different electric field, not by any charge here. Okay, it is completely from different source. Okay, so this slide is clear to all of you. Yes.
sir.
Can we move on to next thing? Yes. Let us move on now. For three charges, how we can write? For three charges. Let's say charges what now? Q1, Q2, Q3. So you know possible combinations we can do. How many combinations we can do with three charges? That we are going to do now today. That's it. Okay. So we know formula. Potential energy is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by. So first possible combination these two. So I'll take now Q1, Q2, distance between them I'll say R12 plus second possible combination these two. So I'll take now Q1, Q3 divided by R13 plus any other possible combinations are there? This is there now, Q1 to Q3. That we have not done right here. So I'll take now Q1, okay, Q1, Q2 is done, right? Q1, Q3 is done. Okay, Q2, Q3 is not done. Q2, Q3, this to here, divided by R23. So this is for what now? Three charges. Sir, what if four charges are there? Okay, let's say now for four FOUR, right? Correct, four charges. What are the charges now? Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Now let me write now. What will be the formula? U equal to, this is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is common for all things, we take it out. 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, we take it out. The possible combinations we go now. Q2 to Q2, Q1, Q2. So Q1, Q2 by R12. Second possible combination, Q1, Q3. So plus Q1, Q3 divided by R13. So here plus or minus depending upon the charge sign. Okay. Next combination, Q1, Q4 plus Q1, Q4 divided by R14 plus any other possible combinations that exist. Now from Q2, Q1 all are done, right? From Q2 to Q3. So it is Q2, Q3 divided by R23 plus Q2 to Q4. So it is Q2, Q4 divided by R24 plus now last one more possible combination is left. That is what now? Q3 to Q4. Yes, Q3, Q4 divided by R34. So this is a formula for potential energy. Okay. So like that, if I give 5, is it possible to write for you? If I give 6, if I
Yes,
give
sir.
100, any number you can
Yes.
write easily, like this way. Possible combinations we can do. It is a trick. Okay. So in a questions, as per theory question, they'll ask you derivation for only two charges. Okay, that you can do it. But when you go for numerical, we cannot say whether they give 3 or 4 or 2 or 1, we don't know. So that case, you remember this formula and you can apply this formula easily, you can find out the answer. Okay, here I'm going to take plus or minus depending upon the charge of sign of a charge. If positive charge is there, take positive value. If negative charge is there, take negative value. So now we'll go back. Okay, now we'll go back. We'll go forward now. So this is we have done potential energy when we are done. Look at when there is no electric field present, means external electric field is what now? 0. Now I'm going to take, sir, what if I apply some electric field here previously? So that we are going to do. This is one question. It is for how many marks now? 3 marks. Either this question with external electric field or without external electric field. These two will come. We do now with external electric field. Okay. So next heading is what now, students? All of you. Potential energy of system of charges in presence of external electric field. Means there is an external electric field is there. Now we are going to find what now? Potential energy. Now consider an external electric field. What now? Now my question is what I'm writing now, external electric field, is it uniform or non-uniform?
Uniform, sir.
How can we say it is uniform? On what basis we are going to say uniform it is? Section A students.
Equidistance between the lines, sir.
Yeah,
So they
distance.
are moving in the same direction also.
Okay, then what about this diagram then? Now is it uniform now? Second diagram.
Non-uniform, sir.
How?
Non-uniform, sir. They are not
Okay.
equidistant from each other, sir.
Okay. What about this then? Third diagram.
Non-uniform.
Non-uniform. Okay, electric field between the plates. This is fourth diagram. Fourth diagram, uniform or non-uniform? Uniform. Basically, we are going to find the distance between the any two electric field lines. Okay, if it is constant, it will be same as uniform electric field. Okay, now we have taken uniform electric field. In this uniform electric field, what we are going to do? We are going to bring a charge from where now? From infinity. From where we are going to bring now, students? From infinity, I am going to bring to a certain point. Let's say this point is P. Having potential, let's say V1. So I'm going to bring what now? A charge of Q1. So now tell me whether I should do work or not. I must do work, right? I must do work, right? Because I am bringing this Q1 against the electric field, right? So I must do the work done. Then I'm going to calculate the amount of work done. Now the amount of work done to bring Q1 from where, students? From infinity to where? To a point or 2 point. Okay, best word, to a point P inside the electric field, right? Inside the electric field is how much now? Let's say W1. W1 equal to what now? Potential at that point multiplied by charge which you are going to bring. So it is V1 into Q1. Okay, now let's say what now? I'm going to bring a second charge. Now I'm going to bring what now? Second charge to where? To a certain point. Let's say here Q2. And this point, let's say R. Having potential at this point is what now? Potential at this point is due to electric field is how much? V2 is there. So now, in order to bring second charge, I must do the work done against two things now. What are those two things? One is an external electric field against to what now? Against the external electric field, and then again what now? Against to the electric field produced by Q1. So I should do the work two times. Means two ways. One is against to what? No, electric field. That is against to the electric field. Which electric field? External electric field. And second one is what now? Against the electric field produced by whom? Q1. So now we're going to take those two things now. Then the amount of work done. The amount of work done to bring Q2 from where? From infinity to a point R is, we are going to do now. I'm going to write here. It will be what now? Let's say it is W2 equal to, now let's consider now. Against the electric field is how much, students? That is potential at that point multiplied by which charge I'm going to bring. That is done. It is against the electric field. Next, against to what now? Against to the electric field of what now? First charge, right? It will be how much now? It will be as potential at this point where R due to P is how much now? It is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 divided by, let's say the distance between these 2 points R. So R into which charge I want to bring? Second charge. So you understood now this part? This is first part of this equation is against the external electric field. Second part of this equation is against the electric field of what now? Electric field of first charge. Now we are going to combine these two things. We get what now? Work done W2 equal to V2 Q2. Directly we can write total work done. Why one more step? Waste of time. Yes. Now we go for what now? Total work done. Total work done is what now? W equal to W1 plus W2. W1 is how much, students? V1 Q1 plus W2 is how much? V2 Q2 plus 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 by R. Okay, let's say R12, distance between 1 and 2, R12. Let's say here also R12. Here also what now? Here also R12. Okay. Yes. So since whatever we are doing our work will be stored in the form of what now again? It will be stored in the form of potential energy. So I can say now, since work done will be stored in the form of potential energy. So I can say now U equal to V1 Q1 plus V2 Q2 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 by R12. It is for how many charges we have taken? For 2 charges. For 2 charges. That we have done. Sir, what if there are 3 charges? Let's say simple way. Okay, for 3 charges. What will happen? U equal to, there are 3 charges, right? Right, 3 V1 Q1 plus V2 Q2 plus V3 Q3 plus, like this is second part is a combination again. Like previously what you wrote, like that it is. 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon will become common. It will be Q1 Q2 by R12 plus Q1 Q3 by R13 plus Q2 Q3 by R23. Okay, so if there are 4 charges, continuation like that. So this extra term will come. This extra term is on this terms are then here. These terms because of external electric field present. Okay, that is the thing. So students, this is clear to all of you. This is about what
Yes,
now?
sir.
Potential energy due to system of charges. One case without electric field, next case with electric field. Okay. Yes. Next, look at the last topic of the today's class. That is, what is the potential energy of what now? A dipole kept in uniform electric field. Okay, that is the last topic today we will discuss on. Okay. Yes. Heading is what now? Potential energy of a dipole placed in uniform electric field, or you can say work done in rotating dipole, or you can say simple word, work done in rotating dipole. That's the one we are going to discuss now. So let us consider what now? An uniform electric field. This is uniform electric field E, and of course we know this is a positive end and this is a negative end. This electric field lines start from positive charge and ends at negative charge. Okay, so now in this we are going to consider what now? We are going to consider a dipole. So we are going to place a dipole. Dipole means what, students? What is dipole?
Two poles, two opposite poles.
Two equal and opposite charges which are separated by some distance, what we call dipole. Okay, and the distance between them how much now? 2a, right? Okay, distance between them is how much? 2a. And what is the direction of dipole? Direction of dipole is from negative charge to positive charge. Now this is the direction of electric field. Okay, direction of electric field. Now this is, let's say, initial angle theta 1. So now what we are going to do? We are going to rotate a dipole now. So we're going to rotate a dipole. I'm going to write a new position now. I'm going to write what now? A new position with what color I can take? Black. This color let me take. I'm going to have a new position. Like this, it will come here. Yes. Let's see this initial position AB, and new position is what now? A prime, B prime. Okay, this angle is how much now? Total angle. This angle, let's say it is here to here, theta 2. Now we are going to rotate now against the electric field, right? Again, we are rotating, right? So as we are rotating, we are going to do work. That work will be stored in the form of electrostatic potential energy that we are going to have now. So theta 1 to theta 2 we are doing. So what about this angle then? Inside the angle between initial to final. Okay, let's say this direction. Okay, this angle. This will be d theta. Okay, that will be d theta. Okay, if I zoom and if I write, it will be like this now. Initially it was like this with electric field theta 1, and now it is theta 2, and this angle is what now? D theta. That is d theta is what now? Theta 2 minus theta 1. Now we need to find out a work done in rotating dipole, how much is it? Now I'm going to take now work done in rotating dipole from where now? From theta 1 to theta 2 is given by what now? Work done, that is integration from where to where, students? Theta 1 to theta 2. Okay, what is the formula for work done? We know work done is given by force into displacement. Generally we take that as a linear motion. But it is what type of motion now? It is an angular motion or rotational motion. So in the case of rotational motion, the force is replaced by torque, and linear displacement replaced by what now? Angular displacement. So I should take what now? Tau into d theta, where tau is what? Torque acting. What is the formula for torque acting? P E sin theta, right? So we are going to use here now. So work done is equal to integration from theta 1 to theta 2, it is PE sine theta d theta. We take outside PE, that is because constant thing it is, that is integration from theta 1 to theta 2, where P is what here? P is dipole moment. What type of dipole moment? Electric dipole moment. Because later we should deal with one more dipole moment, that is a magnetic dipole moment. Okay, multiplied by what now here? Integration of sine theta into d theta. Now tell me students, what is the integration of sine theta? Integration of sine theta is minus cos theta. Okay, since limits are there, we should apply limits. So it will become P E minus cos theta. So it is theta 1 to theta 2. So here we should always use upper limit minus lower limit. This is what we call upper limit. And this is what we call now lower limit in mathematics. So now we always insert upper limit minus lower limit, and I'm going to take negative sign outside. It will become minus PE cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. So negative sign I'm going to insert. It will become what now? PE. If you insert negative sign, it will become what now, students? Cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So this is what work done. So since whatever you are going to do the work will be stored in the form of what now? Will be stored in the form of potential energy. So I'm going to take W equal to what now? W equal to U. Yes, I'm going to take what now? W equal to U. Since I'm going to continue here, since whatever the work will be stored in the form of potential energy. So U equal to P E cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. See, it is a natural charge usually we take. Actually, this is a formula for potential energy. We need to use this formula only when we are doing. But a natural charge is there that we are going to take if theta 1 equal to pi by 2. Pi by 2 means what now? 90 degree means we start rotating dipole from 90 degree. Okay, to some other angle. Let's say theta 2 equal to just say theta, we don't know. Then this equation will become what now? It will become U equal to P E cos theta 1 cos 90 degree 0 minus cos theta 2, it is just cos theta. So it will become U equal to minus P E cos theta. Okay, this is when you assume to rotate a dipole from 90 degree. Okay, if they given initial and final both angles, use this equation. If they given only final angle, so it is understood that we are going to start from where? 90 degree. Okay, then you use second equation in order to find potential energy. So this is related to what now? The potential energy of a dipole. Okay, when it is rotating in where now? Uniform electric field. Okay, there are some cases are there here. Stable, unstable. Okay, that we need to discuss later. So with that, we are going to start next class. Let us see, 2 minutes we have. Stable, unstable, let us finish up, not an issue. Yes. If I take theta equal to 0 degree, what is cos 0 degree? 1. So U equal to minus PE. It is a minimum possible energy. Means theta equal to 0 means where now? It is aligned parallel to electric field. Theta means 0 means aligned parallel to electric field. This is what now? Stable condition. Or what we call stable equilibrium. Even though if we disturb, it will come back to again same position. That is what we call stable. Okay, if you disturb, it never come to the same position, it will acquire a new position. What we call unstable. Now if I take theta equal to some other angle, like let's say pi by 2 or 90 degree. What is the value of cos 90 degree? 0. So potential energy is how much? 0. Okay. So now theta equal to 180 degree. So U become what now? Cos 20 degree minus 1. So it will become what now? Just PE is what to call unstable. Unstable means what here? No, here we take initially positive here. No, here will come positive Q and here will come negative charge. And it is at that exactly aligned means it will be like this only. But if you will disturb little bit, it will not come to this position. This positive will come here and this negative will go here. So it will acquire a new position. So that's the reason it is called unstable equilibrium. Okay, so I think this topic was not discussed with the A section. Okay, this you need to note it down. Is it clear to all of you? Okay, yes. Thank you so much for today. Have a great day, and we have one more class later. Thank you so much to all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.